Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're bringing the Pixel 4a to the limelight for you guys. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts after having this phone for 5 solid months. Let you guys know how well it's aged in 5 months. And just give it its dues, as it is a Pixel. And you guys know me, I am a fan of the Pixels, so I'm going to give it its dues. So anyways, the Pixel 4a, really crazy, this device and how it launched, and I'm going to kind of give you guys a backstory to that. But let's first talk about the Pixel 3a, the starter, the founding to the A series with the Google Pixels. And the Pixel 3a, when it came out in 2019 at Google I/O, it turned a lot of heads, broke a lot of necks, because people was like, oh wow, they made a budget Pixel. And when the people at Google I/O got their hands on one of them, it really then shook a lot of people up, because they were like, whoa, this thing is good. Even when I got mine in hands and compared it to the Pixel 3, I had to say that it was on par with the Pixel 3, even though that it had, I believe it was a Snapdragon 674 processing chip. It still was buttery smooth. And I was like, okay, with the A series, we're going to be expecting this with Google's mid-ranger. And, you know, fast forward to 2020, we didn't hear nothing about an A series coming out for 2020. So it kind of worried a lot of people, but then it finally broke that there was one in the works. However, the thing that kind of aggravated a lot of people was the delay. It delayed from May to June, it delayed from June to July, and it finally released August 3rd with a very, very quiet 30-second ad campaign that was released on YouTube stating that the Pixel 4a was coming. Now, there was a bit of confusion because people wanted to know if this thing was going to be 5G capable, because some people were like, yes, it is. Some people was like, no, it's not. And sadly, this variant is not 5G capable at all. Not at all. But the 4a 5G is. As in 2020, 3 devices was released: the Pixel 4a, the 4a 5G, and the Pixel 5. Now, the Pixel 4a may not have 5G, but it is no slouch at all. I gotta tell you guys, it's actually pretty decent with the carriers that I've tested on it, which includes Visible Wireless, Google Fi, and AT&T Business Elite. In all 3 carriers, it actually connects to the network just fine. Signal strength is pretty strong, and I get a decent amount of download and uplink. So that's always a good thing. The Snapdragon 730G processing chip is fast, buttery smooth for it being a 700 series chip. And I'm not kidding, it's really good. I have no hiccups, I've had no lags in all the time that I've used it. And I've used this thing extensively. I use it to make videos, I use it to listen to podcasts, I use it to watch movies, I use it to play games. I've played Stadia on this thing, and it's handled just fine. The audios on this thing is actually pretty good. When you hold it in hand and listen to music and have it, you know, blasting through the speakers, you can feel the punchiness of the bass. Don't mind the wind if you guys hear it. I am outside enjoying the breeze, and the wind is very, very picking up. So, but yeah, very, very punchy. I wouldn't say it beats out my Pixel 4 when it comes to bass and clarity, but it's almost there. But I will say that the audios on this thing is a lot better than the Pixel 5. As a matter of fact, of the design of it, with it having a physical top speaker and then a bottom firing speaker, I would have taken this combination any day over the speaker under the display on the Pixel 5 with the bottom firing speaker. No, this seems practical. The display itself is nice. It kind of is a little hard to deal with when you're in the sunlight directly, but the colors, they're nice and vibrant, not overly saturated, doesn't look washed out, and it sure as hell doesn't look fraud. And I say fraud like when you look at the grass, you're not going to think somebody went over it with some sort of editing software to make the grass too vivid and saturated. No, it's just right. The display is just nice. Of course, it's running stock Android, so you get that stock Android experience. And of course, the customizations on there is actually there. With the recent update, you actually have more colors added in, more icon shapes added in, and new fonts, and of course, new icon designs for the notifications. So like, yeah, it's more customizable. Glad to see that Google listened to its fan base, and, you know, which kind of also undercutted custom ROMs, because custom ROMs you could really design the way Android looked for you, and I think that's kind of like what contributed to the slow fall of custom ROMs. But anyways, in total, yes, cameras really good on this thing. As a matter of fact, there were times that I've taken photos and felt that the photos I got from the Pixel 4a were much better than I did from the Pixel 5. And you guys could check my Instagram out to see some comparison photos, and you guys decide for yourself which one looked pretty good. But I had to say that some of the photos I took with the Pixel 4a outshine the Pixel 5. Video, while it doesn't have a lot of the features the Pixel 5 has for video or cinematography, it still takes videos pretty good. My stuff that I shoot is clear, visible, and yeah, it's, for me, it's good to create content for YouTube. And while people may say it's not, it's garbage, my videos are recorded with pixels. So if you guys had said that my video quality is good, you just literally gave the thumbs up to either the 4a, the 4, or the Pixel 5, because those are the 3 phones that I shoot videos with. But in general, if you're actually thinking about getting this device, I would definitely say, yeah, it's very well worth it. If you can get it at $349, that's a solid price. If you can get it for cheaper, much better. Now, I do know that they are out of the blue version of the Pixel 4a, which Google, to me, was like, you guys release that color in November, months after the release of the Pixel 4a comes a secondary color. But in total, I do have to say this. The Pixel 4a is still, in my book, the phone of the year for 2020. And that's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me on it, but I will say that it is. It came in at a great price, $349. Right now through Google Fi, if you sign up with their 2-year subscription to upgrade every 2 years, you get it for much cheaper. And you also get insurance on it. But if you buy it unlocked, $349. Yes, there is a secondary color, the blue color, if you guys wish to have that. But I think the black color is just fine. It's fast, the audio is good, display is good, the photography is good, and the cinematography is top notch for a budget device. For $349.99. So if you guys enjoyed what I had to say about the Pixel 4a, smash the like button. If you just found my channel, click that subscribe and bell to be notified when I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Aloha.